guys. So one of the joys of being here at the farm is easy access to water. So I'm just standing here this morning filling up our freshwater tank.
I'm stock filming you.
You're stock filming me? Okay, well, I'm watching my water here.
So you can see the cord going into the shop there, and there's our little wad of converters from the 110 to the dog bone thingy to the 30 amp cord. Over, plugged into the bus. But we get plenty of sunshine here. So the only reason that we had to plug in was to run the AC. But we didn't need to be plugged in to run it all day. So here's what happens with our system. If I stay plugged in to the shore power, now I could be getting power from the solar panels, but it won't take power in because it's already topped the batteries up. Because if I would have stayed plugged in through the night, we hit the day with a full bank of batteries. Now I could be saving energy and using the solar panels, but they're saying the thing's full, so we don't need your power and it's just going to waste. So we only need the shore power when it was those 105, 110 degree days.
And multiple days back to back.
Yeah, multiple days. Otherwise, if it's a 85 degree day or a 90 degree day, the solar panels would supply enough and only pull the bank down 30%. So basically we could go 3 days before we ever had to plug into shore power. The cord goes in through the wall, but it's not plugged in inside, so we're not plugged in. So we intentionally pulled the battery bank down yesterday, and now we're getting free sunshine, charging it back up. It will actually be up at 100% by lunchtime, and that's about when, if we have to, we would start turning on the AC and pull it back down into the evening. But since it's not supposed to get 100 plus today, we won't need the shore power at all.
Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes of filling the water, so let me show you what I have to do to double check and make sure we're full. We do have a drain on the other side that starts dripping, but sometimes I like to just double check before it starts dripping to see how close we are. So let's. So now, because our underbay is so full, I have to pull all this stuff out and then crawl up in here with a flashlight. We can shine it up here. Oh, and look. We're not even just above half. We're about 3/4 of the way full. So we've got a ways to go yet. Okay guys, you can see that we are totally maxed out. I got this puppy filled all the way up. So we'll get all of our stuff stowed back in here.
We need to find out how this is going to integrate with everything that has to go in that. I've had this for a little bit, so I don't remember, but I think it came with sandbags. But if it doesn't, I have sandbags from when we used to do art festivals. So I got some sand. I'm going to unpack this and see how we can get it in with all that. I have to tell you, YouTube, this is very doable, but then we also got all this stuff. So I'm like, that's another thing we got to pack up. And the answer is yes, there's sandbags, but the ones that we already have are heavier and better than these.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the sandbag that came with that kit. And I'm not saying it's inadequate, but it's fairly lightweight. And this is the style that we've used. So it holds twice as much as that. And you Velcro it around the leg, and you got 2 different ways to anchor this guy. So
I remember that's what I loved about these. They had 2 sides to them, huh?
oh, the way they wrap around the pole is
Yeah.
the sweetest.
Yeah.
And then you can hook ropes onto here to anchor it in.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so you can see these got the double tubes on them, and ready to use them. You just go up to your easy up leg and then put that strap on.
Okay guys, here's where we're at. We backed the pickup into the shop, and as you can see, we have a large cooler up there and an air compressor. We're gonna have to pull those out because now we have to get creative and reorganize because we've got to get 3 of those things, 1 of each. Our generator. This tote has got like tools and stuff in it. And then all of this stuff that's back here in the floor has all got to fit in the back of the bed of the pickup. So it's going to be like a jigsaw. Let's see how we can get it in here. Okay guys, check it out. We have everything in there except for the air compressor, this little guy right there. But we have a hole for him. He's gonna go right in here. So we have everything in there except for our big cooler, and we're gonna have to sacrifice that and let it go.
At this point in time, I'd say it's not definitely never coming, but right.
That's why we're doing another test run up to Mann Creek, right?
Yep.
So that's what we've got going on. So check it out, guys. Where all of our stuff once was, it no longer is. We have cleaned it out. What do you think, babe? We have stashed it, tucked it, stored it. Okay guys, I just walked out from the shop and remembered one more thing we have to put in. Our sandbags. So we've got to get those in somewhere too. So hey guys, here's the plan. We've been here at the farm for almost 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. So Randy and I are both itching to get back out there, I guess. We want to take the bus again for another drive. Okay guys, we have the pickup all loaded up, so it's almost lunchtime. I'm gonna whip us up a quick little lunch here. How's it feel, babe?
It was a good drive, except for the fact I forgot my phone and had to do 16 miles of it over.
We have made it to Mann Creek, and so we're gonna just go get pulled in and set up.
Okay guys, we are on the next day today. We made it in last night and we got all set up. We had to level the bus, so we're still just using good old 2x8s or 2x10s, whatever. They're getting a little beat up, but they still work fine just to drive up on and level the bus. And then around the back, we put the scissor jacks on. So that's kind of cool. We tweaked our scissor jacks a little bit. So it's easy to know for sure that there's so many different bus frames and everything, but our frame has a nice flat spot on both sides out here. So I welded a flat plate out there because we're so low already that if I bolt them on permanent, we'll drag them off first curb cut we go through. And the other thing that we found with our scissor jacks is if we do them at both ends, which I have another pair for the front end, and they actually have angles welded on them, so they go in a spot on the C-frame. But if we put them on both ends, the bus gets springy in the middle, and that's almost as bad as a rocking motion. So typically we're only using them on one end or the other. So that's where we're at. And we knew it was gonna rain today. Rained last night. We knew that was coming, so we wanted to get in here before that hit, because if we'd have tried to drive the bus out this morning, we'd have just sat there and spun, because this ground is clay. And let's walk down there and I'll show them what happened. So I just brought Shelley down to show her where somebody ventured down closer to the reservoir for the view.
It's crazy, you guys. Oh my gosh.
But let me give you the perspective that the bus is just, that's about 100 yards to the bus. And there are camp rings down here. And on the earlier trips, the reservoir was way lower. So these places were safe. But the water table is obviously...
And if you get a little bit of rain, this ground just, it's crazy. But oh my gosh. Wow, I don't know what bird that is, but incredible. But ooh, I would not have wanted to be this person. What do you guys think? Holy cow.
Yeah, so you can tell they stuffed wood, sticks.
Yeah, there's even bullets.
Little bits of tree, firewood.
Oh my goodness.
Rocks. Some more firewood. Oh, look at that's the grebes right there. Oh wow. They usually don't come in that close. So, Shelley thinks some of you might be wondering why we keep coming back to Mann Creek. Well, we took the long road trip to Kamiah, and after getting back, we were assessing the bus performance. And on the long 7% grade hill, 6 and 7%, that white bird.
Yeah, 7%.
Yeah, we could only go 25, and so my brother drives truck, and he's like, that engine should take the bus over that way faster than that. So it's brought up the question whether or not the engine on the bus has been detuned or turned down with the computer.
And we have a Cummins 3060 engine.
No.
Oh, sorry. What do we have?
That's going to get edited out. I dare you to leave that in. We have a Cummins 8. Now you got me forgetting. 8.3.
Yeah, the transmission or the
transmission's an Allison 3060.
3060. I knew there was
it's
a 3060.
Allison transmission, automatic, and 8.3 Cummins engine.
Yeah.
An ISC engine. So anyhow, I went down to the Cummins dealer and I asked him. I said, you know, has this engine been turned down because it's a school bus? And he said, I don't know. He said, give me the serial numbers and I'll check it out. Well, in that conversation also, so many people have said unlock 6th gear. And so I've been really resistant to mess with any of the original systems on the bus, because I kind of figured that hopefully the engineers knew the best way to make it. But if we could go...
we're rethinking that, huh?
Well, it appears that if we unlock 6th gear, that we could run at lower RPMs and save fuel potentially. And talked to Kyle, my son's brother-in-law, who's a master mechanic, and he said if the engine's been detuned and we tuned it up, it's not impossible. It could actually get better fuel mileage. And that I thought, well, if you turn up the engine to run faster, it's just going to generate a heat problem, and evidently that's not the case. So all you motorheads out there, you can share your comments, but I just went to the Cummins dealer and asked him to check it out, so he's investigating, and we're kind of hanging in this area till we hear back from him and see what's possible. And then we got shared info from our friends Brian and Aaron about how to request the unlocking code for sixth gear in the transmission, and we sent that email in to Thomas, and we're waiting to see what happens with that. We might have missed the deadline because they only do it once a quarter. Well, we did miss the deadline, But the engineer was kind enough to say that he would go ahead and send it in and see if they would do it too in this same batch. So we're not stressed about any of those things, because if it's possible that we could have more power uphill, we'll take it. But if not, we're just going to live our lives happily the way we have been. So.
Well, and it gives us a little bit more opportunity to enjoy surrounding areas here in Ontario in different seasons. So
we need a selfie stick, YouTube. Seriously, I'm so close to upgrading all of our technology too. But
so anyway, yeah, we love staying at the farm, but I have to say it feels so good to be back out in the wild again. And the sunset was epic last night, so I'm hoping for another beautiful sunset to share with you guys. We were both kind of tired when we got set up last night.
I want to go show them where I walked too close to the beach over there and sunk up to my ankles in the mud.
Yes.
So let me go show you that. I'm gonna try to zoom in and show you. That's where I walked out to get a bucket of water to clean the mud off my feet. And this is definitely clay. Well, so if you want a clay bath or a facial, you could just come down here.
It's pretty mucky, yeah. But anyway, just know we love sharing the journey with you guys, no matter where we're at or what we're doing, and we will just catch you all in the next video. Love to you all. Bye.